Our scripture today is taken from John's Gospel, chapter 20, verse 1. On the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb early in the morning while it was still dark and saw the stone removed from the tomb. Today's mission focuses in on the empty tomb. The journey to the empty tomb is one of the most significant journeys each of us will make. The tomb. The tomb represents so many things. It represents death and resurrection, faith and doubt, fear and freedom. It's all there. And the stone that's in front of the tomb, that has great meaning also. The empty tomb. Maybe you've never really thought about it very much. You hear the reading at Easter time and it's enough. Indulge me. Think about it. Reflect on that notion of the empty tomb and all that it holds. Those sacred moments in our lives, those moments that our humanity allows us to experience, the events that shape us and change us, those moments that are uncomfortable and fearful. The empty tomb of loneliness, of confusion, of unresolved issues. How many times in our lives have we experienced those moments of waiting, of emptiness, of fear, of confusion? Waiting for a test result, waiting for news about a loved one, the loneliness and emptiness that we feel when a loved one leaves us, the fear of the unknown, the confusion of those in-between times in our lives, the uncertainty of the future. The tomb is a place that we don't eagerly run to unless we believe. This house of death becomes a house of many possibilities. Life forces us to focus in and to look in. In those sacred moments of our lives when we lose who we think we are to find who we're really meant to be. In those moments when we are empty, that we can receive and be filled. Those sacred moments that we look death right in the eyes and know that it does not have the last word, but the power of resurrection is so much stronger if we believe, if we look with resurrection eyes. And for those of us who believe, we know that the stones in front of the tomb, they have meaning. God has promised us that those stones that we have in front of the tomb that we're peering into will be removed. We have to identify them. Sometimes those stones represent people in our lives or obstacles that we feel, limits. Sometimes those stones represent difficulties. Sometimes those stones represent an old way of thinking. But as the scriptures promise us, those stones will be removed before we even get to the tomb. And once we're at the tomb, the wound of death and the empty tomb, if we peer in with resurrection eyes and we believe, we see the wonder. For the tomb no longer holds death, but it is a beginning of new life. It's a gateway to a new being. It's resurrection. The wonder is that life lies ahead of us if we only have the courage to peer in, to walk through. If we have the courage to believe in resurrection. That's the wonder.